Welcome to the Value Proposition by the Fitness Business Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Pellegrino. The Value Proposition was created specifically for industry suppliers to showcase the value that they bring to help club owners and operators beyond their product or service. Today, we're going to be learning the value proposition for meeting members where they are with ASF Payment Solutions and Club OS. Joining us today, we have Nick Hahn, VP of Product for Club OS and ASF Payment Solutions, Mitch Smith, Implementation Manager for ASF Payment Solutions, and Kristen Coy, Customer Enablement Specialist for Club OS. Our guests are going to start us off today with our 3 real minutes, or 3RM as we like to say here, to give us some insight into ASF Payment Solutions and Club OS. Mitch, when owners and operators hear ASF Payment Solutions, I know there can be this preconceived notion that all you do is billing, right? When in reality, we know there's so much more than that. So can you elaborate for us on the services that ASF provides?
You bet, Sarah, and thanks so much for the opportunity. And I can't believe you're limiting me to just 3 minutes on this.
1 minute,
We've known each other a while.
I
could talk forever. So I think first and foremost, clients are going to get to spend time with my team, and you know how good my team is. We are full of style, personality, but more importantly, we know our software inside and out. So we're going to talk with the clients and get to know their business so that we can implement our software into their DNA and make their operations easier. From that point, what we're going to really start with is what are all the applications that they have the option of taking advantage of with our software. We have an offer builder and member enrollment for them to actually enter their contracts, not only in the facility, but online. We've also got a point of sale system for them to ring up all of their retail sales. We've got an online check-in system so that they can track attendance. We have an online scheduler where they can actually schedule not only group classes, but personal training and other events such as challenges or promotions that they're running. And we've also got a member mobile app, and we've got a member management system. The one good thing about all of our products is they're all integrated into one system. You don't have to go out to a third party to get anything to run your business. And I think having that all integrated aspect really makes it easier, so you don't have a whole lot of different browsers up and running at one time trying to run your business and figure out where you're going to go. It's all right there into ASF. So it's a really good product. Yes, we got our start billing, but over the years, since 1973, since we've been in existence, we have grown, and we've grown into more than just a payment processor. We are a full-fledged software company that offers payment processing.
I love it. Thank you, Mitch. Beautiful, concise answer, too.
Thanks.
All right, Kristen, I'm coming to you next. Let's hear your elevator pitch for Club OS.
Sure. So Club OS is a sales engagement tool and marketing automation platform, and it's built specifically for the fitness industry. So it's already going to align with exactly how fitness clubs are run. It's going to help you capture and organize your leads, your members, and your ex-members. Using it will help you increase your lead conversions. It's going to help you engage and retain your members, which includes helping them kind of cross-selling them into any of your additional services, such as PT or small group training. And it's even going to help you win back any of your ex-members.
I love the usage of ex-members. That's fantastic. And I know our listeners are going to really want to hear how you're going to do that for them. So I can't wait to dive into that more, Kristen. Thank you. Nick, you are VP of Product for both ASF and Club OS. So give us a brief summary of how these two platforms work together to provide a wonderful member experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So, long gone are the days of the communication being completed once someone joins the gym. They need constant communication, even as a member. There's so many upsell opportunities, there's so many cross-sell opportunities, and then just keeping the member engaged. And that's the power of having the two systems together. It really unlocks the continued life cycle beyond just the initial prospecting, beyond getting the initial membership going. With ASF's flexible add-on system and Club OS's personal training follow-up system, when the two of them come together, you get great cross-sell opportunities with the members who are self-selecting as coming into the gym and being active people already. why not increase that ticket price per person? That and then something as advanced as ASF's online join, which is already built in and integrated with ASF. Once that's paired with Club OS's functionality, you can have specialized targeting for people who abandon the online join process. So the two really come together to make just such more value for the customers that it's really great to see the extra steps that we can go when combining them.
I love that. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you to all our guests for the brief introductions to your respective companies. Mitch, I'd like for you to start us off today as we take a deep dive into ASF Payment Solutions. So to have self-sufficient members and to be able to meet them where they are, which is our topic today, we must first have self-sufficient owners and operators. Speak to us about ASF's implementation process and in what ways your team teaches owners and operators how to truly manage their facility with your software.
Thanks for that question, because I think when you really look at what software implementation is from our point of view, that's the exact goal of every single implementation. By the time that we are done with the client and, just chopping them up and spitting them out, just kidding, we're going to actually make sure that they understand every single aspect of their site. And since each client is different, starting from the very first call that we make to the client, we are learning about their business because we are now a partner with them. It's not just a here's our software, go. It's a here's our software. We're partnering with you to make sure you're successful, because if you're successful, we are. It means that we include the client in the framework setup. We ask them how they run their operations and let them know the steps that they need to take in order to get the software it needs to be. Not only are we going to train them on the setup, we're going to train them on the daily operations. And it doesn't just stop with the owner. It also includes their staff. We can train one person, but they don't have the expertise yet like we do. So we feel that training the staff ourselves is also important, making sure that the entire employee base at the facility understands their role and what they can do in the software. So that by the time we're done with the implementation process, number one, we've trained them on every application they're using. Number two, we make sure they're actually using it correctly and understand where to find the information of what they've done in the reports. And then we're able to do a warm transfer over to our support team with the knowledge that new client is going to be self-sufficient and only truly has to reach out when they have a real problem, not something that they're able to do on their own.
I love that. Using it and using it correctly are two different things, are they not, Mitch?
So correct. Trust me.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Now, Mitch, in the spirit of meeting members where they are, let's discuss how ASF software system allows for not only self-sufficient operators, but members. Can you speak to how easy ASF can make it for members to join online, manage their membership, things like that?
You bet. And as we talk about Join Online, really the purpose of Join Online has a couple of real goals. Number one, it's meant to drive revenue for clients, because when they're closed and they don't have an online process for joining, they're not making money. But if you've got an online process for the client, they can make money and drive their revenue up even when they're closed. But what that also means is that the member is self-sufficient right from the very beginning. They can go to the client's website, go to the online process, and join right then and there. And once they've joined, they are now going to immediately get a welcome email that tells them who we are, gives them a link to go to their own myasfaccount.com, where they can go in and manage their own payment method, update their address if they move. They can also go in there and schedule themselves for training if they've purchased training. We also have a member app that we send the link of how to download that in their welcome email. And the member can download that app. They can go in there. They can see the schedule on the scheduler for the classes and personal training, and they can schedule themselves. And if they don't have the sessions available that they may need to purchase for those, they have the ability through the app to go in and actually purchase those sessions. So if we can actually drive revenue for the online enrollment, as well as through the app for personal training, which we all know group and personal training has really been a huge revenue source for the fitness industry. That means that these people get to do it on their own, saving the clients the time at the location to deal with the members that are there. and letting the members that are outside take care of themselves.
I want to go back to something you said, Mitch, because it's so important. Everything you just said, you're driving revenue without a member even stepping foot in the club.
Oh, most definitely. Your revenue should not just happen the minute the member opens the door.
Yeah.
We have to be cognizant not only in day-to-day operations, but with software and saying, all right, how can we get people to spend more with us, not only because of the service we provide, but the services that we provide.
Love it. Awesome. Now, when it comes to point of sale, Mitch, I know this is probably, besides check-in, the most basic feature, but in a previous conversation with your team, what I found fascinating was how your customers will be able to use POS analytics to understand purchase history and then use that data to create special offers via Club OS. So can you speak to that process?
Sure. Our clients have the ability to track every member and every prospect and what they purchase simply by assigning the sale to that member or prospect at the time of purchase. Then with our reporting, they have the ability to go in and see what members have purchased and how many members have actually purchased individual items or a group of items. So if we want to break it down to an individual flavor of shake as an example, or to just shakes overall, you can then take that information and really look at it as an interest that these members have. And in the Club OS system, we can set up that interest and then they can market to people that have that interest already set up for them. So that target marketing can really drive, again, revenue through the point of sale to make sure that you're actually reaching people that are truly interested in that product.
Wow. Love it. Thank you. Last but not least, Mitch, can you speak to the level of support ASF customers will receive when they partner with you? I know that there is no better person to speak on this than you, so go for it.
Well, I think anybody that knows me knows that I truly have a passion for what I do and care about our clients. And it starts from day one with my team. My team is the one that's going to set the foundation for the client and their relationship with ASF and Club OS. What they're going to do with us is get that one-on-one experience where we're going to teach them the software like I spoke about earlier, make sure that they're using it correctly, and then make sure that they understand fully how to use it and are self-sufficient. But it doesn't just stop there. We've got other people at ASF that really take care of the clients. Our goal is to provide world-class service. And I know that that phrase can really be overused or used as a key phrase, like some people may call it, but it's something I think we truly believe in that we want to provide the best service for our clients. And it goes all the way from accounting, ensuring that we get any sort of refunds or adjustments to memberships that need to be done in a timely manner. It means that the people on the phone who are so dedicated every single day to answering those calls, emails, and get all of the questions taken care of, not only from the clients, but also for the members. And then you've got even our leadership team that's trying to move us forward with our product and making sure that we're giving our clients that they need. It's not just to sit back and rest on your laurels anymore. COVID's had a really big impact on not only the individual gyms, but because we're part of that fitness industry, it's had us have to look at how we do things. So we also set metrics that we want to achieve and a scorecard and KPIs that we're striving for every single day to ensure that that client and their member, when they reach out to ASF or Club OS, they're going to get the service that they deserve.
I love that. And I love what you said about, when clients or members call into ASF or have questions, that you're answering them in a timely manner. Because honestly, the billing and software company is truly an extension of the health club's customer service. So I think that's a very, very important point.
We also look at ourselves as being an extension. That's where it goes back to we're now a partner in your business. We're not just a vendor.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing the value of ASF with us. We appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, Kristen, we are coming your way to learn more about the value of Club OS. Now, I know Club OS to be a sales engagement and marketing automation tool. Can you start us off by describing the lead capture process? How does Club OS help owners and operators gain more leads?
Yeah, I love this question because it kind of takes me back to when I started at Club OS and like kind of the reason I became so passionate about it. Because previous to Club OS, I helped run health clubs for several years and we did everything by paper. I mean, we wrote down every lead, we spent hours highlighting what happened with them. And when I discovered Club OS, I mean, that is really where I became passionate. For example, before, everyone has their guest register and someone comes in and writes it down and I track the lead, maybe I lose it. Now, what I found was with Club OS, there's a digital form that a customer comes in, fills out themselves. Everything happens for me, goes directly into Club OS. It organizes it for me. I don't have to do anything. It cut out paper, it cut out hours. It was amazing. And then just on top of that, your web leads, right? They go directly to your website. They go directly into Club OS without me having to do anything. And I can see everything that happens, whether they requested a guest pass, whether they're interested. And so the lead capture process is just so easy.
Wow. That's amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you, Kristen. That is awesome. I love hearing about your personal background and why you're so passionate about Club OS. That's really wonderful to hear. So thank you. Now, your marketing director and I were chatting about Club OS features this past week, and she told me that once someone becomes a member, that's really where the magic of Club OS begins. And I love it. And I'm really excited for you to expand on this statement for us. How does Club OS play into the entire member journey?
Yeah, so just because someone kind of crosses that finish line and becomes a member, it doesn't really stop there, right? If you members need to stay up to date with everything that's going on, you need to make sure they know every service you offer, everything that's going on with the gym, and Club OS can really help you do that. So one of the things we recommend is that as soon as a member joins, you need to send them like a welcome packet, let them know all of the information now that they're a member. And then going from there, you can just set up a series of onboarding items. So whether you want to make sure that they're getting their free personal training assessment, you want to make sure that they know about all of the challenges going on in your gym. You really want to build that sense of community, and Club OS really helps with that.
I love that. Thank you so much. And I think where people fall short, right? It's you do all of this work to get the leads and then you sell them and then what? So I think that part, right, is just super important. Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to ask you this question, Kristen, because I know I have my opinions, but I'm super excited to hear yours. But I know it's always a hot topic, especially now. What is your opinion on texting versus phone calls when it comes to health club marketing? And I can even throw email in there if you want to talk about the three.
Sure. Yeah, that is definitely a huge kind of, topic within the industry. Is everyone has their opinion. Everyone feels different. And I think one thing that Club OS does is we have analytics. So we can actually take a look at what works best. And really, I'd say just a very high level answer is you want to use all of them. But what you want to do is you want to take each one of those channels and you want to align it with the type of lead. So for example, a telephone inquiry, they are actually picking up the phone call and calling you. Typically, in our data, it shows that those type of people respond best to phone calls to them. And then when you're talking about certain lead types like social media, if they come in through social media, those are also typically the certain generation and lead type that appreciates text messages. So really you want to use all, but you want to make sure you're segmenting them correctly.
That is awesome. That is so perfect, Kristen. Thank you. What a fabulous way to look at it and really differentiate between how members like to receive information and to speak to the value of really meeting them where they are. So thank you very much. Now, when it comes to automation, can you let us know the ways in which Club OS can simplify club processes and automate communications with members?
Sure, there are a lot of ways. And so just to start off by giving kind of a few different examples is that we have your marketing tool. And so those are going to be your email, your text messages, and those are going to be for like brand awareness. Those are going to be for your promotions. Then you also have your personalized follow-up, which is going to be the actual club speaking to the lead in a personalized way. Both of those we can automate. So we can set up marketing emails for the entire month and schedule them to go out at the appropriate date. You can also schedule follow-ups. So instead of, you can say, hey, this is our brand's message for our text, this is our brand's message for our email. And instead of having staff members just basically copy, paste, and send those out, we can automate those. And then we can even go a step further and automate the appointment booking process. We can have an online self-scheduler. So again, taking all of the work out of the sales team so that they can focus on what's going on in the club, giving those tours and closing the deals.
I love it. That is amazing. All right, Kristen, bring us home with this one. Tell us more specific or creative ways owners and operators can use Club OS to re-engage with frozen or ex-members.
Sure. So a lot of people will freeze and cancel their memberships due to like their own personal circumstances. And so one of the cool things you can do is you can actually schedule out automated messages to go out to them after a certain time period, because at that point, a lot of times their circumstances have changed. And so really keeping engaged with those ex-members really will show how much you care as a club and really get them to come back.
I love that. And I like giving yourself a certain set of days, right? It's like they've left, don't go after them right away, but giving them time to really let life catch up to them and then reach back out. I think that's important. Thank you so much. All right, Nick, let's hear from you as VP of Product for both ASF and Club OS. You sit in a unique seat on this episode here, my friend. So can you speak to your process, first of all, and then how you, both teams, seek to make product improvements that positively affect the member experience?
Yeah, absolutely. A common theme you've actually heard today is that it starts with passion, especially passion for fitness. The product team that I run, all of us are really, really passionate about fitness, all for slightly different reasons and in slightly different ways. But that's kind of what it starts with. It's just that raw passion for fitness. Personally, I rotate gym memberships throughout the year at different types of customers. Every time I visit a customer, I take one of their classes. I force myself to wake up early to go one of the small group training classes just to get that workout in. The entire product organization are members at gyms. So it starts with we're members. So by being members and being active in the fitness community, that helps us understand our customers' members. And then, of course, from there, we have a whole bunch of processes in place to be extremely data-driven and based off of direct customer feedback. We're looking at the market. I like to say that my opinion is the least important opinion in the room, especially when I'm talking to a customer. My opinion doesn't matter. What matters is what the data is showing and what the customer's feeling and where the customer wants to be taking their business.
That's incredibly important. Any operator listening should definitely appreciate you for saying that. Thank you. Now, Nick, you and I spoke previously on analytics, specifically to offer testing. And I'd love it if you could walk our listeners through what that means and how they can adopt offer testing if they are not already doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything in this world today is about data. 100%. It's just data. So everyone should be comparing their offers to see what's working best for them. Now, you might think, okay, well, in January, I'm going to test one thing. In February, I'm going to test another thing. You've got two different types of prospects joining, so you're not actually doing a real comparison. You need to test both offers in January because that's the type of person that's going to be trying to join at that point in time. So with ASF, you can set up both of the offers and you can have them hidden so that you don't necessarily see both of them at the same time unless you come with a specialized link. And then that's where when you add in Club OS into the mix, you can segment your prospects into those two different groups, giving them that special offer for the different situations. Finally, with Club OS's analytics, you can drill in and see which one of those campaigns had the best success. We're able to attribute the campaigns to the actual revenue that you've created from those campaigns to see which one actually ultimately impacted your bottom line the best.
Very interesting. I love that. That would be so helpful. Thank you. Now, we know that ASF and Club OS are non-exclusive entities, meaning you can use them together, of course, but you can use one without the other too. So can you speak to the flexibility that ASF has to work with other software systems and mobile applications?
Yeah, absolutely. So ASF is going to work with anyone that our customers want us to work with, because at the end of the day, our customers are what drives us. We're here to serve our customers. We're not here to enforce that you do things our way or get on the highway. Like, no, Yeah, like you're the operators. You're the ones that need what's best for your business, and we're so super supportive of that. So even though we have our own mobile app, we work with multiple other mobile app vendors, for example. We have APIs, and we will work with any partner that our customers want us to work with, because we're trying to have an open ecosystem that is supportive of helping you achieve your goals.
I love that. It can get so frustrating when you feel locked in or that your options aren't as flexible as you would want them to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Now, Nick, on that same topic, can you speak to how easy it is to integrate with Club OS if using another billing and software company? What would be the usual timeline from the sale to the implementation for that process?
Yeah, it's extremely easy. We have pre-built integrations with a number of different billing systems. It's just a matter of getting the authorization form signed with the billing system, because since we're a different entity, paperwork needs to happen. Once you sign the paperwork, Mitch's team goes in, and within hours, it's integrated. Now, that's not the end of the journey. As Mitch mentioned, we do a lot of training, right? We want to make sure that your staff is productive. So we have a couple hours of training for each of the different personas, the leaders in the organization, the managers, the end users. There's a couple of hours of training specific for showing them how to use Club OS in the day of their life. Ultimately, those trainings can happen as fast as you and your team are available. It could be days, it could be weeks. It all really depends. We go at your pace, and we'll be ready to support you on your journey to getting on board.
And I know that to be so true. Like, you guys can work as fast as the owner and operator and the managers are willing to work. So that's a really key point.
And you know what? Sometimes the owner signs an agreement and wants to implement software, but the staff's extremely busy and doesn't have time right away. So that's fine. We'll wait a couple of weeks if that's what needs to happen. Like, we don't want to be disruptive to your business. We're here to help. We're here to augment and make things better.
I think that's a great recommendation. Owners, if you're listening and considering bringing in a new software system, you're going to assign the process to a manager, another key operator in your facility. Make sure they're on board. Make sure you have their buy-in and that they have the time to dedicate to that process, right?
100%. Absolutely.
Little nugget for you. Awesome. All right, Nick, let's finish strong. You are working on both products. Okay, so talk to us. What is the beauty of using the combination of both ASF and Club OS together for the member experience?
Sure, I think it's three things. So first of all, it's the agility that we provide. We can move as fast as you can with the flexibility to set up your own membership agreements in ASF, set up your own segmentation in Club OS. You can do it on your own without us, or we're here to help if you want to. So again, willing to move at your pace as fast as you want us to be moving. It's the personalization. You can get to know your members significantly better when you're coupling the demographic information that's compiled in ASF with the segmentation and personalization and automation of Club OS. And then finally, the visibility into the data, right? Our analytics platform's here. It's been here for a year. Our customers are loving it. During COVID, we had a number of customers make significant changes to their operations teams based off of the insights that we provided through our analytics platform. It's here, and we're just constantly improving on it. And that visibility into your data, operators know how to run fitness, but they can't be in the gym all the time seeing everything. The data shows them what's happening in the gym when they're not there. That way they can use their experiences to make the best decisions to move their businesses forward.
I love it. Slam dunk. Thank you. We appreciate your insight on that one. All right, Nick. Now, I heard that you all have some big news to announce on the value proposition regarding your mobile app. So share with us what that is.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting this spring, we're launching a whole new iteration of our mobile app. It's going to be fully branded, and it's moving past just member engagement and doing the scheduling, and we're really taking a focus on helping our customers do a full coaching offering, all within the mobile app. So we're really excited. That's starting to launch in the spring. It's just so exciting. All of our customers who we've talked to about it already, who are signing up to be part of the early access, are just super excited for what it's going to do to change their businesses.
Amazing. Well, that's very, very exciting. Cannot wait for that to come out. And we'll share with our listeners when that is official. How about that? All right?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to circle back to the three of you. Mitch, let us know, as a final remark here, what is your favorite feature on ASF for member engagement?
I'm going to have to go back to the member enrollment. And
Okay.
that's because not only is it internal, but that external link, because it has two main goals. One for the client, so that it drives revenue even when they're closed. And for the member, because they can engage the client on their own terms by signing up for the offer they want, when they want, and for whatever location they want.
Truly meeting them where they are, right?
That's so true, so true.
I love it. Awesome. Mitch, if someone's listening today and they want a demo of ASF software, where do they go, my friend?
Well, after listening to this, how could they not want a demo of ASF, right? I mean, and you see me as well. So if you want to get a great demo on our software, which I think is exceptional, reach out to us at www.asfpaymentsolutions.com/TVP.
As in the value proposition, friend.
The value proposition. You got it.
Awesome. Mitch, thank you for your insights. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, Kristen, final remarks from you, girl. What is your favorite feature that Club OS has for member engagement?
Sure, I think my favorite thing is just how organized the follow-up system keeps you and how much automation that you're able to add to it.
Short and sweet, and honestly, that is truly super important. So thank you so much for that. And Kristen, if our listeners want to reach out to Club OS for a demo, what's the best website for them to visit?
You can visit info.club-os.com/TVP.
As in the value proposition, friends, TVP. Love it, love it. All right, Nick, finish strong for us here. What is your favorite feature of both ASF and Club OS? So give us two for member engagement.
Absolutely. It's our flexible add-on functionality for personal training. So with ASF, the flexibility that you have to create and try new things for your personal training or small group training offerings, with the flexibility that you have to time to membership, offer free sessions, all that other stuff on your own, and then coupling that with the personal training follow-up that exists within Club OS to automate the communications. Let's say a customer hasn't booked PT in a while. That's where Club OS comes in and can remind them that they haven't booked that personal training, as if it's the trainer reaching out to them personalized, but it's not, saving your staff time. That's where I think the two shine together.
Awesome, Nick. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. And sir, what is the best way for our listeners to contact you?
If you have any questions, you can just shoot me an email, nick@club-os.com or nick@asfpaymentsolutions.com. Either one works for me. I'll get it and I'll respond.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for your insight today and sharing the value of meeting members where they are. I know our listeners are going to learn so much from all three of you, so I really do appreciate it. Tune in March 19th for our next episode to hear about the value proposition for creative services with Joan Gebhardt. And to show we walk the talk at the Fitness Business Podcast, all the resources and links for today's show can be found at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com, adding value to our FBP family. Until next month, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. See you next month, friends.